So today I have this beautiful, just massive 2019 Ford Expedition, and I want to show it to you how you can buy it and how you can live with that in 2023. Number one, that's a good fact, and one of the points you can buy this beautiful limited Expedition 2019 because it's depreciated a lot. I would say half of the price from the new one. And I'm going to tell you at the end of the video what's the prices for this car at the auction or retail prices. You can find it online, and it just super cool car, SUV, if you want to buy it and drive it for yourself or for the family. The fun fact, it's a 4x4, but we do have a 2x4, I mean 4x2 or 4x4 constantly if you need it. And the fun fact, you're gonna spend kind of a lot of money because even it's a V6 EcoBoost engine, you're still gonna need a lot of gas for this car. But it is ethanol E85 compatible engine. That's the fun fact. You can buy the gas half price of what you see everywhere. That's the cool and kind of funny. Funny because there is a lot of problems might gonna cause by using that type of fuel all the time. And but it's a half price cheaper than the regular guys. Why wouldn't go with that if the factory recommended so? So it is a massive, huge car. Expedition, always well known as the biggest Ford on the market for the SUV. And 2019, they made a new design, they made a new body inside and outside, and they put that same engine as they're using for the Raptor and F-150 everywhere. So it kind of gives a lot of power, 355, I think, horsepower, but you can easily do the tune, and it's going to be much faster and much stronger. So let's go on the design of the car. The design is just insanely cool. Look at the headlights, it's a LED. Wow, that's just super nice. I mean, the car looks beautiful. The grille, and it is limited. So we kind of have a little bit different design. Outside we do have a different rims if you're going to compare with XL or XLT. Did I see XL? Yeah, I think Excel they use it for the government and some other type of needs. But usually what I see on the road or for sale, that's XLT limited or platinum. So platinum edition, it's much kind of cooler because there is a lot of chrome on the car. There is a much bigger rims and much cooler. So we do have a LED lights on the back. We have a massive windows, and the car is just huge. So the interior of the car, it's such a huge, there is a lot of space. There is a super huge panoramic roof. We do have some cool buttons so we can open the seat and go on the back. So what we have on the back of the car, we do have 60/40 back seat. We can adjust it, but what's cool, it's this. So you basically can go down a little bit and make yourself a little bit more comfortable, like this side, for example. We do have some mesh for the trunk area, or we can go back and leave a little bit more space for some stuff in the trunk. So we do have a USB chargers in the back, cup holders. They're just everywhere because it is a Ford. That's the way you're making your life going, with cup holders everywhere every on every seat. Not only one, we're going by two or more. So we have a doors. It's a little bit dirty. Didn't do detail yet, but the car is cool. So right now I'm driving on cruise control, and I do have, like I said, Distronic Plus. So basically I can adjust my 119,000 miles. So basically I can adjust my gap between the car in front of me, and it just going stop and go itself. I'm not touching any pedals, but we cannot keep the car in line. So there is no line keeper in this car. It's only Distronic Plus and emergency braking system. So like I say, it's kind of bumpy even on the freeway on the 60-65 miles per hour. We're still comfortable. It's like you sit on a coach. It's super soft. It is a nice, comfortable ride, and any passengers who would be seated right now with me in the car, they would feel exactly the same way. So even if it's super hot outside, we do have some cooled heated seats. We do have a climate control, actually 4 zone on the back. There is a climate control. You can adjust temperature yourself, and the cluster just so insane. I like it more than the Chevy. What I do like on the Ford, that's the way they made the cluster. And some of the F-150, they have exactly the same cluster because it's obviously kind of same car, same platform. And F-250, my friend, he has a diesel one. He has exactly the same cluster too. That's kind of cool. There is a lot of different options. There is tons of information and tons of adjustments and settings on this car you can do during your driving or not. So we can change the modes. We can go to the sport mode or we can go to the eco mode. So the car stopping itself. So besides the modes, we do have a self parking and we have a 4x4 adjustment. I'm gonna find the parking lot right now to do the self parking, see how it goes. I honestly never tried on the Ford, and that's the Bang& Olufsen sound system, the one I was telling you about. It's just cool. We're still going, still comfortable. That's my MPG 15.3, 15.2, and it's not gonna be much better even on the eco mode. We're still gonna burn a lot of gas. So now I want to play with some options. What do we got here? So we got the climate control. We do have a cooled seats, and you can hear it right away. It's working so well. So we do have some USB, not USB-C. That's cool. We got 360 camera, so we basically can see what's going on here, there, on the back, even on the front of the car. We still have the camera, and we can see when you park in it. That's such a cool thing. Start stop, I hate it. I'm always doing it. So we do have a line assist, but it's not assist. So it is assist. It's not going to keep you in line. It's just going to help you a little bit when you falling asleep or something like that. That's super cool. We do have this transmission shifter. That's a new style, like all the Fords got back in 2017, I guess, because 2017 Mondeo came up with that one. We can go on a drive and manual mode, and we can shift the gears. So when you're doing kind of off-road, that's kind of cool. It's gonna help you, but when you're on a freeway, it's just not comfortable. We don't have a paddle shifting here. We do have some buttons right there. So we're gonna go back on the parking. So drive mode, we can switch it between drive mode. That's a normal. That's the depends how far you want to go off the road. Grass, gravel, snow, sand. So mud, trailer, we have a sport mode, we have eco mode. So I'm gonna stay in the eco mode. And so there is quite things to say about the car when you're driving it. I mean, again, number one, that's a huge SUV. It's not, I believe so, because it's not daily driving car. You can do so, not a problem. Even the engine 3.5 EcoBoost giving you a lot of power, so you're gonna get a lot of gas burning during your trips. And what I see right now, I'm driving this car for a week, I think, week or so, and my MPG it's about 15, 15 and 2, 15 and 3. That's just insane. That's about same MPG what I have on my 2024 Jeep Wrangler 4xe, and it's I mean, I'm driving on an eco mode. There is a lot of different modes you can do, and it's going to help you a little bit to save a gas. But again, the car is too heavy. Even 10-speed uh, gearbox trying to save you gas by changing the gears and going low RPM. Still, it's too heavy. The engine kind of big. You have to step on the gas all the time, so you're going to burn it more. But I just want to share with you my opinion on the way the car drives on the freeway in the city. So in the city, it helps a lot that 360 cameras all around the car to park it, to back it up somewhere so you can see what's going on on all the sides of the car. Even the front camera, we do have it also on a low speed. You can activate it and it's going to show what's going on in front of the car. When you pick it up 360, it's always amazing. So we do have a limited Expedition 2019, and there is a tons of options. It's super nice, like panoramic roof, blind spot assistance. We do have a Distronic Plus, so basically I can go on the freeway and just turn it on, and the car gonna drive itself in a traffic jam. So we do have a emergency brake assistance, so the car brakes itself if you moving too close to the car in front of you, and it just start beeping, flashing. There is some lights installed on the dashboard, so it just blinking red, and the car stops by itself. That's kind of cool. I didn't know Ford doing Bang & Olufsen sound system. The sound system just amazing. Yeah, the sound's so good. So I'm driving on the freeway right now. I'm going about 50, 60 miles per hour. And it's kind of comfortable. I mean, again, the car is not, it's not a sport suspension. It's not something you can go on a high speed and change the lines and be comfortable in that. So the car is kind of wavy. It's bouncing left and right, up and down. But it is stable. So it is stable. It is kind of comfortable. I do like it. What I don't like on this car especially, that's my brakes, because the front rotors, they just gone, and I have to replace it every time I step on the gas. The car shakes a lot because the rotors, I'm assuming they already been overheated several times, so they're not straight. Every time you push in the brake, the car just starts shaking, and the vibration going through all the body. It is a heavy, huge SUV. If you compare it with Tahoe, it's kind of Tahoe, but I would say Expedition, it was always kind of a little bit bigger for me. I think so, but the size, I have no idea about the dimension inside the car. But the size for Expedition is a little bit bigger for me. Plus, Chevy and the Ford always has some more options, and it's not even top edition of the Ford Expedition. So we do have a platinum available. I don't have a platinum. I have a limited. So on the Ford, we do have a limited, we do have a XLT, we do have a platinum edition. On a Chevy Tahoe, we do have a less, the simple one, LT, uh, LTZ, LT with some options, and we do have a Premier. Premier, kind of similar, it has a lot of options too, but what I would go with Tahoe or the Ford, if it's about same price range, I would drive them both, and I would probably go with Tahoe. And you know why? Because the Tahoe, it's not EcoBoost. There is no turbo. There is no other hoses, some bullshit boost not going, and the rattle noise from the chains. It's a common problem for this engine. Tahoe with LS engine is just super easy to fix. Parts available mostly everywhere. Not maybe right now because we are in October 2023, and I think they still on strike because some of the parts I was trying to get from the Chevy, they were on a back order, and they don't have even ETA when the part's gonna arrive. So that's the common problem right now, but it's gonna go away eventually. For the Ford always has a million parts available. You can buy it, but for some reason, Ford much more expensive on the parts than the Chevy. I don't know why. So if you're gonna try, for example, you want to change the timing chain, right? Like this car has 100,000 miles, and it's already kind of time to do so, but it's not cheap at all. So the timing chains, all the phasers, if you want to buy the tensioners, the guides, it's going to cost you a lot, especially if you're going to get it from the dealer. You're probably going to spend about 2,000 only on the parts, maybe even more with the gaskets, oil filters, and all kind of stuff. On a Chevy, you don't have to do so because it's a Chevy, it's a LS engine. It's easy to work on, and all the parts of the market available. Again, if it's a used car, you want to choose between the SUV Ford with 100,000 miles or between the Chevy or GMC with LS engine. I would go with LS engine and the Chevy GMC for sure, because you're going to get this car as a loan. You're probably not going to pay it from your pocket 25, 30,000 for the car. So you don't have to think about it. Something going to happen with my turbo, something going to happen with my chains, and I have to spend a lot of money to do so. Plus, I have to pay for my loan. Plus, I have to pay for my insurance. Plus, I have a family. I need to feed them. I have to drive with them. So I do need a big SUV, maybe 4x4, because I'm doing a lot of off-roading kind of stuff, and the winter is coming. So Ford might not be your choice. Maybe yes, if somebody already done that kind of job and you cannot hear the engine sound at the cold start, there is no chain problem. Why not buy it for next 50, 60,000 miles at least? That engine gonna be strong. Maybe only turbo gonna give you a problem, but again, it's like 50-50 chance. So basically, the engine they use in 3.5 on Expedition, we do have the same engine on a F-150. We do have the same engine on some HST. I think they do. I know about 2.7 twin turbo. I have no idea about 3.5. I didn't do research on that. But that's the Raptor engine. That's the Raptor engine, and basically it just tuned and installed on F-150 Raptor. My friend, he has a not Raptor, but he has 4x4 F-150 3.5 EcoBoost, exactly same engine. And the interesting thing, you can use ethanol, you can use E85 gasoline for this engine, and it's going to be acceptable because it's a flex fuel. But the only problem with flex fuel on those engines, on the older Ford, even 2.3 EcoBoost Ford Mustangs, they can take ethanol, E85 gas. But the only problem, if you're gonna fill out that car, you're gonna drive it a little bit, and after you're gonna let it sit for a while, the fuel itself just, I don't know what's the chemicals going on, but it's just going bad. So basically, E85 gasoline is going bad super fast, not like regular gasoline. And what you can face after that, after several days of the car sitting in your garage or somewhere else, you start it up, you might gonna see a lot of misfire through all the different cylinders, or just a random misfire for all cylinders. And if you're gonna take it right away to the shop might gonna tell you, your hot gasket is gone, so we have to do some job, and you have to spend a lot of money. But actually, it's not. What you have to do, you just have to fill it out with 91 gasoline, or just reset all the ports and drive it, burn it out, the E85, the one you have, the old one, in your tank, and fill it out with something fresh, and you're gonna be good. That's what the common problem for the EcoBoost, and I know for a fact some people were facing that problem. And actually, I faced that problem recently when I got the Ford Mustang EcoBoost, and it was kind of the same thing. And only one technician told me, the good guy, he's like, told me, we have no idea what was inside the tank. Just drain it or just drive it, burn it out, put 91, see how it goes. So I did that, and it was no problem. So all the misfires, random misfires, they just run away. That's super cool. So 3.5 EcoBoost Expedition might gonna get the same problem, because honestly, $3.50 for the gallon of E85 right now, compared to $7 regular 87 gas in Los Angeles in October 2023. It just insanely huge difference. So for sure, I would go with ethanol instead of regular fuel. The doors, each single door is just so massive. There is a lot of chrome pieces right there, right here. It looks so great. So we do have red stitches going all over the door panels and all over the seats. That makes the car look so great inside. The doors, like I said, they're so massive, they're so huge. The step side, it's automatically going up and down. You can stop it from the settings, and it's not going to be opening every time you open the door. But right now it's opening just because I like it. So the driver's seat for 100,000 plus miles, it's still in a great shape. We do have some sides a little bit worn out, but the leather, kind of leather, it's still in good condition. The steering wheel not falling apart, just a little bit paint worn out. It's not a big problem, not a big issue. So what I do like about the Ford, and I think Ford started doing it long time ago before anybody else. So doing by moving your leg under the bumper, you can supposedly open the trunk. Sometimes it's not working, and like the Ford saying, just give us a little bit time and it's gonna open. So it's not opening yet. So we do have a cargo area access through the rear window, and we can put some stuff right there. So what about the trunk? What about the main door? Nope, doesn't want to do that. Maybe the sensor is dirty, or maybe it's just not working. But I know for a fact I tried before a little bit, and it just popped out. Uh, I don't know, it's kind of normal. So what do we got here? We got here buff towels. Yeah, so there is a lot of things you can do with back seats. Depends what you're trying to load in your trunk area, but it's all adjustable from the trunk. That's cool. Oh, that's one of the things McLaren has, and Ford. Most of the Fords, they do have this. That's for your, let me show it to you if you never saw it before. So that's for your valve basically. So if you're gonna get check engine light on for the evap or something else, so you have to do this. You just have to clean the port. Basically, sometimes the valve getting stuck inside, and you have to do that. Or same way, it's gonna help you to pour some fuel in a tank if you're gonna get out of fuel somewhere on the way. So since it's super hot to be outside on the sun, I'm just gonna go around the car one more time in the shadow and show it to you how beautiful is this car. It's just beautiful. And again, when we're talking about the prices, I'm always considering prices whatever I'm buying, I'm trying to sell. So for example, this car gonna go between 25 and 30,000 on the market value as a retail unit. And what else you can buy for that kind of price with that kind of options? I don't think there is you have a lot of choice to do that. But look how beautiful this car inside. And like I said, there is tons of options and the car looks beautiful and the sound system is super great. So the car is 4x4, you can take it to any places you want to go. I think it's going to be a nice car to do the camping on it, and I hope in a couple of weeks I'm gonna do so. This weekend we're gonna go Legoland with my kids, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to do the new video because again life is too short and I'm spending much time as I can with my kids because they're growing so fast. So one day they're gonna ask me what your pop was doing when we were going here or there. I'm gonna say, no, I've been doing the video for YouTube. They're gonna say, okay, that's super cool, but we're gonna need you and you were not there. So basically I'm trying to be there as much as I can, but same time I wanna share with you my experience. I want to share with you nice cool cars, what I'm getting. And again, I appreciate all your comments, all your likes, and I appreciate all your questions you guys asking. I hope maybe one day I'm gonna do live with one of the car and you guys gonna join it and you're gonna ask me whatever you want, and I want to do whatever you want too. So if you want me to do off-road, I'll do so. You want me to push some buttons, I'll do so. Or maybe show you some cool options, I can do that also. But for now, that's all I got.